is Danny. Today I'm going to talk about migrant workers in Taiwan. In Taiwan, there are 700,000 migrant workers. It accounts for 3% of the population in Taiwan. They come here to work because they want money for their families back home. However, it is often worse here than they think. They are despised, abused, and bullied by many people. In Taiwan's migrant workers, industrial workers account for 63% of the workforce, while the remaining 37% are social welfare workers. Let's talk about social welfare workers first. They are almost all girls and take care of all the Taiwanese people. They often can be seen walking around the city with them. Social welfare workers work every day with no weekends or holidays because if they rest, no one will look after the old folk. They don't get paid very well and many families will abuse the workers. The other type of migrant workers is industrial workers. They work at places like factories, fishing ports, or construction sites. Often these jobs require hard physical labor. These jobs are often very dirty, high risk, and dangerous. Most of these jobs Taiwanese refuse to do. However, their treatment is the same as social workers, low pay and abusive. Let's take an example of fishermen. Their captain will tell them to fish illegal animals like sharks or dolphins. They cannot say no because they will just be fired. Their life on the boat is terrible. Insufficient food, no toilet, and they can often rest only 2 to 3 hours a day. Migrant worker population is popular in Taiwan, but sadly, many Taiwanese do not treat them well. They just have different living styles than us. They come here because they want a better future, not a nightmare. Consider this the next time you see a migrant worker. They work hard. Thank you.
What could be the future implications of artificial intelligence in robots? Today I'm going to talk about the advances we have made in the 21st century and the potential impact they could have on humanity. Since 1915, artificial intelligence has been continuing to advance. Particularly in the 21st century, AI has made its way, in one way to another, into the lives of the general population. The concept of AI development in 1918 was to gather and store unknown knowledge in a computer. However, after the turn of the century, we have seen computer storage and computing abilities make massive breakthrough developments. So what effect could these developments have on us? Well, some could be negative. For example, automation. If AI robots can do a job better, there will be fewer jobs for the people. Most worst of all, AI weapons could present us with a new age of warfare. We could face the problem in the form of AI terrorism and AI accelerated hacking. And certainly, all these threats will have to be answered with new regulations and the governments around the world. It is generally believed that artificial intelligence has 3 commercial directions. One is information aggregation. Another is to evaluate emotional regressions. The third is to establish a relationship with users. These 3 points could be used by AI to establish a new age for customer service. A lot of companies will benefit and this will help the economy. The future will introduce the conversations with AI, which will bring job opportunities. And we could also use AI to design and build our cities, help people who are sick, or even do the most dangerous job and protect people. And so, to summarize, I think the positive impacts AI could have in our daily lives outweigh the potential disadvantages and threats. The future implications of artificial intelligence are mostly good, and we will certainly need a new laws and regulations to keep up with the pace of our advancements. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy. Today I'm talking about the problem of education. Education is an important part of a child's upbringing. Many in Taiwan believe that education is a right and everyone, regardless of gender or race, deserves to go to school. While in Taiwan, everyone gets access to education. Around the world, this is not the case. 120 million children do not even go to school. This is equivalent to 1 out of 6 children who is not educated. 3 out of 4 of these children are South Asian or African children. One of the main reasons for children's absence at school is due to extreme poverty. Often the reason many children cannot go to school is simply because the parents cannot afford to send their children to school. Poor government rarely provide free education. They choose to send their children to go work to help the family. School can be very far from some village, making it hard for families to afford transportation costs. However, often many girls cannot go to school as well. Beyond just poverty, some families believe it is useless to send a woman to school and choose to save the money for the family. Moreover, there are few women teachers to act as role models for children and adults. Furthermore, because there are so few female classmates, it makes it difficult for the few students who do attend, and dropout rates are high. Often, women are married off at a young age and begin families at a very young age. This makes it impossible for a teenage woman to go to school. We are lucky to have such a robust education system in Taiwan, and should cherish it. Not everyone is able to learn. Thank you for listening.
When your hands are crossed over your chest, it makes people think that you don't believe what he or she is saying. This is known as body language. Body language is a range of nonverbal signals that you use to communicate your feelings and intentions. These include posture, facial expressions, and hand gestures. Your ability to understand and interpret body language can help you to pick up on unspoken issues or negative feelings in others. That's why I'm going to teach you 2 key points for good body language. We always think when people are lying, they'll avoid looking into your eyes, but this only works with naive kids. When most adults are lying, they'll look straight into your eyes. The expressions in their eyes will look extra sincere. They'll also try to avoid the question you ask them. And that's just how you distinguish whether a person is lying or not. Of all the facial expressions, the smile may be the most deceptive. There are 18 different smiles, but only one, the Duchenne smile, reflects genuine happiness. Another way to use body language in your daily life is to make yourself look confident. If you are always slouching, people won't believe what you are saying or doing. Standing up straight can make you look much more confident and make yourself confident to finish things successfully. Maintaining a good posture can also earn respect and increase others' participation. Maybe you can start to use these proven facts in your daily life. You will know when a person is lying or when someone is feeling anxious. By using these tips, maybe we can improve our lives and those around us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Amiko. Have you ever eaten a 100-layer crab cake? If you have not tasted, you will want to after this speech. So, why am I telling you about the cake today? Well, I have a passion for dessert. After trying my first ever layer crab cake, my world was turned upside down. The cake originated in the Netherlands. In 17th century, Netherlands ruled India. Nobles often enjoy afternoon tea with guests. The cake includes 3 kinds of spices: cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon, plus the cream brought from Netherlands as filling. The cake takes a long time to finish. It has many layers. Baking it takes a lot of patience. At that time, it was seen as an expensive gift. Until now, it is a high-end souvenir. 100-layer crab cake are made by layering crab crust, with cream and fruit sandwiched between each crust. The most well-known is the famous New York Lady M, which is not only selected by the American magazine Bon Appetit as a top 10 cake in the United States, as a must-try dessert in New York, specializing in 100-layer crab cake. Lady M is exquisite in making cakes and desserts. Coupled with the texture of the tableware, it is as fascinating as works of art. I like to eat the original flavor. If you eat the other flavor, they will overwhelm the unique flavor you are yearning for. If you go to Taipei, you cannot miss Lady M. Today, we talked about the history of it, where the most famous cake store is, and what is it inside. So, why do I want to tell you about this cake today? Because I love tasting different desserts from around the world. Do you want to try a 100-layer crab cake? Thank you for listening.